Hi everyone, this is Moonshine's Curiosity. I thought I'd make a video today. I'm gonna try to update more. Um, it's not really an update, it's just kind of like trying to keep up with videos more often so people know that I'm still here and that I'm still doing stuff. I did have a video I was gonna put up, but there was editing involved, I guess. I mean, it's not really editing since I kind of use tablet editing free stuff on it, and I mean I could do that, but I'm just kind of lazy. It would have been a lot of just tweaking around, and I didn't feel like that today. I will post it up. It's going to be ways to cope with anxiety and maybe overstimulation in public, I guess, is the theme of that video. I've already recorded it. Like I said, I just need to put up the key points in the video as I'm talking about it and text on the side. So if you have a hard time understanding stuff audibly, like, you know, when you hear it, like I do, you can see it visually on screen as a point, because I know sometimes I don't make sense when I say stuff or it doesn't come out very well. And if you see it visually on screen as a word, it probably will make more sense if you hear me, you know, say, you know, this helps, and then see the key point of what it is. So, I am going to post that up hopefully this week. Hopefully I get to it. I know I should. Motivation has been very difficult lately, and I did it the day after I posted the video last week, but yeah, I just didn't get to editing the text on the screen. That, I think, is the hardest part for me to do videos, is when I edit things into the video. And my editing process is like, no, you know, it's not like all the other guys is editing where they add videos and they add all this crazy stuff to it. As you've seen on my videos, most of my editing is just text, maybe a picture, or, you know, a little sticker on the side that moves. It's really not good editing. It's mostly just free programs giving me stuff that I can just add key points on screen to help emphasize what I'm trying to say so people can understand what I mean. So this is kind of just a video to know that I'm still here, to kind of keep me on YouTube, so you know, so you can see my updates more often. Like I said, I'm hoping to do this hopefully once a week at least. Like I said before, I'm not sure what I'm going to really talk about. Maybe it's going to be like this. I'm posting it as a rant. I don't know if this really counts as a rant, because I'm not really complaining about anything. It's just kind of me. Well, maybe I'll post it more as a rambling, because I do ramble a lot. So I got my plushies. And I got my little hedgehog. She is here with me. She was asleep, but now she is awake and not very happy. She is just, she's awake. Hey, why'd you wake me up? Oh. So, just go back to sleep, little one. She's probably gonna run away under the blankets in a little bit, because I woke her. But, yeah, I just kind of want to, I guess, stay relevant, kind of, instead of disappearing for a month or two at a time. I know I say that every time I do a video, that, you know, I'm trying to do this more often, but I don't want to be disappearing all the time, because I know that drives me nuts when other people do that online. You know, I'm on YouTube quite often, you know, watching other people's videos, and I don't do enough on here myself when I create videos. I just, like, half the time I don't feel like I have anything to add on topics. So I actually went out yesterday, which was kind of nice. I got to go to a park, which was a lot better than normally it goes. Normally, I have a hard time with public spaces lately, which is kind of why I'm gonna come out with the video on anxiety or overstimulation in places and how to cope with that. I felt it was a very important video because these are steps I take to keep myself calm, to get myself out of situations so I don't freak out. I know it's a big thing with me as I know people kind of like most people kind of act like it's okay to kind of, you know, let out how you feel in public and stuff, but in my mind it's like I want to stay as, I guess, normal, I guess. You know, I don't want to cause a scene and, you know, get upset and, you know, go to the hospital for something that could have been avoided if I just had some tips or some coping skills that I know work for me, you know, or things that help me out. I would rather just seem like, okay, you know, I'm getting out of the situation or I'm having something to help me with that situation instead of just kind of freaking out or disassociating to the point that I don't respond to anything. So I would rather, you know, still act somewhat normal than not. So I will be posting that, hoping in a few days, because I think that hopefully will help some people out there if they are having overstimulation or anxiety in public. Can't remember if I've already posted something like that. I don't think I have in the past. I do have quite a few videos of anxiety in the past, but I don't think I have it for like more recent stuff because when I do go out in public now, it's very difficult for me with sounds, and this is more of a recent thing. I can't handle crowd sounds, restaurants, fast food places, going out in public. If I start hearing a lot of chatter, it sets off my auditory hallucinations as well, so it sounds a lot louder. It just kind of echoes a lot more than it should, and it causes me just to kind of freak out because it just feels really, really loud. I hear more negative voices. I feel like they're talking about me when they're not, which, you know, it's like I'll hear stuff and then I'll ask, you know, like my boyfriend, you know, did they say that? And he'll be like, no, no one said that. And it's just because, I don't know, something triggers the auditory hallucinations and they hear all the murmuring of crowd noises or people talking in a restaurant. And it doesn't even have to be that many people. It could be, you know, more than 5 people. If I just kind of hear that murmur of, you know, a restaurant or a murmur at a grocery store, it can kind of set it off. So I can't be out for too long or it really gets to me and I almost hyperventilate and kind of freak out. I either do that or I kind of disassociate and I'm just gone, can't really react to anything. I didn't even realize it was disassociation. I believe that's what it's called. I talked to my therapist about it recently and she said that's what it was, I think is what she called it. And it's where I don't respond to very much. It's very hard to be here and now. And I just can answer yes or no questions normally. And I just kind of do whatever everyone else is doing. And it feels like I'm just not there in the present. It's kind of like, it's like my body's like an autopilot and I'm not there. So, so yeah, I felt that that video would be important for people who may also have that problem, or if they just have anxiety, that may be another way to help that. I don't know how severe you have it or however it is, but I know for me it can get quite severe. Even doctor's appointments become a big ordeal for me because sometimes waiting rooms get super full, and that can be a big ordeal for me when people are talking in a waiting room or have their phone speaker on and I can hear phone stuff, like games or stuff playing, and it's kind of loud. My ears just are very sensitive lately. And I think it's more of like a mental thing than actually my ears being sensitive, because, my ears were never this way. I am older now. You would think your ears would be more sensitive when you're younger, not when you're older, but I feel like it feels like my ears are more sensitive, but I think it's just a stimulation thing at this point where my brain just gets overstimulated by sounds. So, yeah, I'm hoping that helps. Anyways, I got to go to a park yesterday for my boyfriend's my boyfriend's nephew's birthday. And it went all right, actually. I thought we would have to leave really quick, and we stayed for quite a while. It was not crowded at the park, but there were quite a few people there. A lot of it was a very big park, so there was plenty of room to stay away from people. We had our little group, and then everyone else could be everywhere else. They had the basketball courts and kids were there, and then they had the play set and kids were there, and then you had other families, but the tables were pretty spread apart, so you didn't have to have people too close to hear them or really anything. So it was kind of nice in that regard. But yeah, no, it went all right. Yeah, it was pretty good. I'm trying to think what else is going on. I mean, not very much has gone on. My dad came out to see me, so that was kind of nice. I don't get to see him too often because he lives out of state. And yeah, I think that's about it for rambling. I know it's kind of short and sweet, I guess. Just trying to stay kind of active, I guess. Gonna try to get these in once a week. Like I said, I might not. I might. Actually, I could show you what I've been up to. Here, let me pause the video for a second, and then I will bring what I've been working on. So there's going to be a little cut here, and the next cut will be what I've been working on. Alrighty, so I am back. Hopefully the cut's not too bad. I'll try to transition it well. So what I've been working on is embroidery, and what's nice about it is it's kind of cheap. All you need is a spool of thread and kind of a needle, and you can go from there. And if you get like a regular like sewing kit, they only cost a couple of dollars. You can get multiple colors of thread, and you put a couple of the same thread lengths together, like 3 to 6 strands, and then you can start making designs, which I didn't realize it was that simple or that cheap as a hobby. So, oh, and you need there's a hoop, and I should have brought that. A hoop. Let me see if I can get it really quick, because it should be here-ish. Let me put you down for a second. I'm sorry, I'm unprepared. A hoop. Ah, darn it. Where did I put it? I'm still here. I have all my crafting supplies right here. so unprepared. Okay, I cannot find it, I don't think. But I should, oh, I found it, and it was not in my craft supply pile. Way to go for not putting things away. Okay, so I don't know if you heard me hollering, but I did not put my crafting supplies away. Well, my hoop away. So with embroidery, you use a hoop, and basically it's to put tension on the cloth, so you can keep the thread like super tightly knit. And also I think it makes it easier to get the needle in and out. And when you let go of the fabric, it, I would assume, keep the stitches more neatly together. You can also see what you're doing easier, like if you've missed a spot, so then when it does, when the fabric does release from the hoop, it the threads are more together and it just looks fuller as a piece. So the hoops are really inexpensive. This I think was under like $3, which, I mean, that isn't bad for a hobby. Okay, you spend a couple bucks on threads and a needle and then a hoop and you're good. You can do it on clothes. You can do it on, like, you know, spare fabric, like whatever you want. So my first thing was to try it out, like different techniques and stuff. I looked up some YouTube tutorials. I looked up some website tutorials. So my first piece is it's a flower piece. I'm not sure what to do with it, honestly, because here, I'm gonna put you down and then try to show it off. This is the first piece. Sorry, it's kind of like it bled a little from the thread, so I'm gonna have to do different thread. But this is the flower piece. It has some interesting details. These are actually bumps, and I don't know if you can see that. They're kind of, they stick up a little and they're bumpy. Now this is my first attempt, so like, not all the bumps are perfect. Some of them are different sizes, as you can see. These are little, this is giant. But I did a bunch of techniques. This, I did it kind of like different lengths. I know it's a little dark in here. I kind of like it dark. But yeah, this is kind of my first attempt of trying different techniques, different ways, and make a nice little scenery. Not sure what to do with this piece of fabric, since I don't really want to use my hoop to hang it on the wall, because it's a waste of a hoop. And I don't want to sew like a random patch of fabric on some clothes for, I don't know, a random reason. So not sure what to do with it. I mean, I could sew it on a pillow. I mean, that might look good, but I am not 100% sure what I'm gonna do with it. I don't really like the color of the white because it's just a little abrasive. Also, I have these like pink spotches from like the red in the thread, so I might want to dye it at some point a different color, and I don't know what color would really go. Maybe like a baby blue or something, but that's for a future time. Until then, it's going to be just a practice piece. So that was my first time ever trying it. And now I am starting to do it on my clothing. So this is my favorite, I guess, I don't know what you would call it. It's kind of like something you wear over like tank tops, or like you just wear it over like shirts, you know, if you're cold. It's really cute. I like it. I wear it a lot. It's just something to kind of keep you warm. It's not a jacket, but it's not like, it's not something you would wear in the summer either. It's just kind of I don't know what they're called. I usually know what they're called, but I can't think of it. So, it's just really cute. It's nice. It goes long. It goes to about my knees because I'm short, and I wear it like all the time. I hate it when I have to wash it because when I have to wash it, I can't wear it until it's done drying, and that can take a while after I've washed it. So, anyways, I decided to embroider a little on it, and it's coming out kind of good. Not as good as the piece I made all the flowers and stuff on, because for some reason I did a fantastic job on that. And this just isn't. So I did it on like the cuffs. So the parts that go like down like right here, I'm starting to embroider like right here-ish, and I'm planning on going all the way down to like the knees there. And the rest of it I don't think I'm gonna touch, but like the part here, because there's like a little bit of I don't know if you can see it, there's a little bit of like a seam right there for that part. It's kind of a dark color, but yeah, there's a little seam here, so it kind of like goes down like this. I kind of want to do it through there. So this is what I got so far. This took about a couple hours. So I'm hoping to like add on a little few swirls and stuff. It's gonna be swirls with the silver, and then I'm gonna have the green come up with petals, well, leaves, and little flower bumps, which some of them are bumps, some of them are just like strands. Focus, please. Focus. Okay, you're not gonna focus. Well, this is strands. These are bumps. But I'm trying to do that and then just have swirls go all the way down. And I think it'll make a very nice piece around the collar instead of doing it on the outside, since it's gonna fold over and then open up on the sides on the other side, if that makes sense. On the inside, I'm gonna do, I think, a different color, since I have multiple color threads from a sewing kit I've had for years. Do like maybe like a goldish color on the inside for the swirls, and then have kind of the same theme. So I think that would be cool. That's what I've been working on as hobbies. And oh, our plumbing went out. That's what happened this week. Our plumbing got all messed up. So that was fun this week. Our septic tank is super tiny, and having two men and me in the house, turns out we use a lot of water, even when we try to conserve as much water as we can, and we're on a water schedule, and we don't use, we don't use the washing machine as often as we should for clothes. We wait after a certain amount of time. We do the dishwasher when we have to, and it's a completely full load. We take showers when, when we're on the schedule, which, I mean, the guys definitely need it every day. And then I'm one of those people. It's funny because, like, I could take showers more often because I'm a super quick showerer, but I hate showers, so I guess that's why they're quick. And also, I don't like, I don't like taking them, so sometimes I wait a long time than I should. So, yeah, that wasn't working, and it was really gross. Our bathroom wasn't really doing anything too bad. If we tried to take a shower, the tub would just fill up, like the water wouldn't drain. So that was like pretty bad, kind of, because you'd be like taking a quick shower, and then within 30 seconds all the water's just coming up to your ankles, and you're like, oh, okay, this is gross. And then like the toilet, the water would be gone, and you're just like, okay, can't really flush, there's nothing there. And then for our roommate's bathroom, he got all the nasty stuff. The sewage was coming up from his shower and toilet. So we got that all fixed up because I guess the septic tank was full again after a couple of months. So we're trying to figure out how to fix it again. The bacteria or whatever in there was perfectly fine. Everything was fine. It was just full. So we don't know what the issue is there. We've been trying to conserve it since the last time we had maintenance, but obviously we still use too much water even when we're on a tight schedule. We're trying to figure out who's the culprit of using the most water appliance-wise, since we don't use more than one appliance a day, if we use any appliances a day. The two guys do use a lot of water for showers, though. I take 5-minute showers when I do shower. They take a very luxurious shower. We'll put it that way. So that could be the culprit, because they shower quite often and it's very luxurious time-wise. So I guess that's all the updates. That's all the rambling I have for today, and I'm sorry if I bored you, but if you stayed this long, thank you for coming to my boring ramblings of Moonshine's Curiosity. And I hope to see you in the next video. Hopefully the next video is the stress, anxiety, overstimulation tips when you're out in public, or coping skills out in public, so you don't have like a breakdown in public, or ways to kind of relieve some of it so you don't completely lose it in front of people that you might not want to lose it, or in front of strangers that you don't want to lose it to, because, you know, it's uncomfortable to, you know, break down or have a bad moment, and then when you finally get out of it, you're super embarrassed, because that's not something most people do. So hope to see you then, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.